Come take a look at this beautiful brand new construction luxury home right here in the Newport Hills community of Bellevue, Washington. Come tour this home with me. Today I've got a beautiful brand new construction property to show you right here in Bellevue, Washington. This property behind me here is in the Newport Hills community of Bellevue, Washington. It's a 5-bedroom, 4 1/4 bath house, and it is 4,800 square feet, has a really nice sized backyard. Let's get into it. This property is proudly listed by Jia Liu with Skyline Properties Inc. And the builder's name is Luxwest. Now, just a quick heads up for my new viewers here. This is going to be a longer video than you might be accustomed to seeing on YouTube for home tours. This is definitely on purpose. I make these tours for folks relocating from out of town, out of state, or even out of country who can't always fly in to see homes in person. So if that sounds like you, think of this like a private walkthrough where I give you the full story, not just the flashy highlights. Now, one thing that you're going to notice is the soaring ceilings immediately when you walk into this space. Feels very grand and spacious. Right now I'm pointing to this room on the main level here that is being staged as a home office. Also, check out the really nice wide plank, white oak engineered hardwood floors. This is the main living space that we're walking into. Notice those built-in cabinets there. You also have got all of the under cabinet and under shelf lighting going on in the space. I immediately love the look and the aesthetics of this. Check out the white brick fireplace as well going to the ceiling there. You've got these nice tall ceilings in this open concept area where the living room is connected to the kitchen and the dining room. You've got plenty of natural light flooding through every direction of this home here. It is nice and bright. Now, of course, that does help with all of the lighting that you have within the home. Honestly, it wouldn't be much darker in this home if I shut off all the lights. You can tell all of the natural light flows very well through these windows. Check out that huge expansive island, by the way. It's got that waterfall quartz design. We're getting a clearer look at the quartz here. Of course, all of the drawers are soft closed. That's kind of just a must now with modern new construction. I was in a home that was actually built just a couple of years ago, and it did not have soft closed drawers in all the drawers, which I thought was pretty interesting. Now, I love these builders putting in these strips here. It's super sleek as the under cabinet lighting, very low profile, but I feel like under cabinet lighting just completely changes the mood of a kitchen. It's almost a must in my book. In my next home, when I'm looking to buy one, I want under cabinet lighting already built in, or I'm definitely putting it in the home before I could call it my place of my own. So check out this Wolf stove here. I've actually shown this, I believe this exact same Wolf stove on the channel a number of times. Now, I was testing the gas and I noticed that the builder has the gas turned off, but one thing I wanted to point out here is check out the dials. They turn on to indicate that the stove is on. So I like that really cool LED indicator. You also got this pop out display here. Another thing that I love about this property, I've seen it in a lot of new construction, but these pot fillers that come off the wall here above the stove, very convenient being able to fill up your pots and pans right there and not have to, walk all the way from the sink. Now, again, check out this white oak here, wide plank, again, engineered hardwood. Love it, that tactile feel of it. You also have got a nice Bosch dishwasher. I believe this is the exact same model I have in my house. Works super nice. Don't quote me legally on that, but it has been a popular model that we've seen in a lot of these newer construction homes on the east side right now. You also have a corner deep pantry right there. Again, some more open and closed drawers here, as well as that side spice rack, or you could put your cutting boards in there. Now, another thing I wanted to point out is just how tall these cabinets are. They do go to the ceiling. Now, I'm struggling to even reach the top shelf of these under cabinets, not the very top cabinet, as you're seeing the small door, but the large doors there. But you know what? You're not going to be reaching up there every day or even every week. That's kind of where you're going to be storing, you know, your items that you're going to be using the least, you know, maybe just holiday items like for Thanksgiving or Christmas, etc., way up high, or even some summer holidays like the 4th of July. Now, also love this feature here that they've included this hot water dispenser right here, right from the tap. So really nice. I believe it's filtered as well. Really nice that you're able to provide that. I also love the tile work going all the way up here. Check that out. Now this fridge is huge. This fridge is taller than me. It's wider than me, of course. And check out all of the lighting flooding from the fridge here. Love the look of it. And it is just a nice Sub-Zero fridge. Now I'll put my camera down here just to check scale real quick for you. Check it out. Look how big it is. You could fit a ton of stuff in there. Now I was just pointing out that I am 5'8", 5'9" on a good day, and this fridge is easily 6 feet tall, including the exhaust vents up above. Just getting some more detail here of the fridge and freezer here. Now this brand is Electrolux as the industrial size fridge here. You also got the up above cabinetry, again going to the ceiling there. Liking that they're using all that space. I love how much storage space this property comes with. Again, check out the waterfall design of the quartz counters here from this angle as well. And another thing that you're noticing, a lot of these custom home builders or luxury home builders on the east side are including, you've got really good use of under counter cabinetry here in the island area to make best use of some more storage here. So just pulling one of these stools out so you can get a sense, and you've got that all along the cabinet there, or all along the island, I should say. Another thing of note is just how big that kitchen sink was. You've got a nice deep sink there, you can fit plenty of pots and pans in there. Also, take a look at this really sleek microwave. I'm seeing a lot of these home builders throw them in here. This one's Sharp brand. It's one of those where you can press it open and close it. Now, one thing that's a little bit different when I'm doing my home tours on YouTube versus if I'm doing them one-on-one is, you know, obviously I don't edit my home tours to have any sort of fancy music or anything, but when I'm doing my home tours one-on-one for my clients that are living out of town, I don't have anything muted. They're hearing everything as I'm going through the property, so they're able to get a good sense of what the property sounds like. But when I go through these properties for my clients that are coming from out of town, out of state, even out of country, they are relying on me to be their eyes and ears, and yes, even nose, you know, because I'm also trying to let my clients know if there might be a particular smell to the property. Luckily, this one smells great as a new construction property. It smells like luxury. Now, this is, because it's in Newport Hills, which we'll talk more about Newport Hills in a bit, you've got a lot of these luxury touches and finishes for a much more reasonable price point for higher end new construction than you would in other parts of the greater Seattle area, or the Eastside area. And so you can find these properties that are between, you know, in the 2 and 3 mil range versus having to go 6 mil or above in certain parts of Kirkland or other parts of Redmond and Sammamish. So it's a really good location to where you can afford more bang for your buck, of course, than some other parts of Bellevue, for sure. But really nice area as well. Now, check out this Butler's pantry. You have these refrigerator drawers here, which is awesome, and you still got this under cabinet lighting as well going throughout the Butler's pantry here. again, I'm just a stickler, a sucker for this under cabinet lighting. I think honestly it just completely changes a space. I'm not sure if I did it in this video, but I'm going to start demonstrating in my videos how the under cabinet lighting can just change the mood of the kitchen or any space that you have under cabinet lighting in, whether you're turning it on or off. Definitely, I think it's a must, and I'm glad that it is included here. It's a nice bonus for sure. You've also, again, you've got like this nice mudroom area over here. One thing to note is this really nice washer and dryer combo right here, which basically acts as a second section of the home where you could do your laundry if you needed to. You don't just have to use one room for the utility, and that really does help if you're going to do any sort of main floor living or multi-generational space with the guest suite that's on the main level, which we'll check out in a bit. Now we're going to go into the garage here. One thing I love about this garage is just how pretty it is. Most garages aren't too pretty, but you've got that really nice epoxy flooring here, and aside from all of the staging materials and construction materials on the side here, this is a pretty clean and sleek garage. You'll also notice the huge hot water tank, again epoxy floors right here, and you'll notice some of the plumbing coming out of the wall. That is the sprinkler system. Now let's do my famous garage door test, where I test how loud these garage doors may or may not be. Okay, these were honestly pretty quiet, not that bad. I would say they're actually below average of what I've shown out on the channel. I was actually just pointing out the type of garage door technology that this property has is one of those wall mounted or side mounted garage doors. They're actually called a jack shaft garage door opener. There are a lot of benefits to these. Now they are more expensive than the traditional style of garage door, but a lot of the times they will be quieter. There's less moving parts, so they are less likely to have something go wrong or break down on them. So that's why you're seeing in maybe some luxury listings them being included more often. Also, I was just pointing out here the whole house vac system. That's where the canister is, where you would, clean out when you're using the whole house vac. And I was showing one of the ports there in the garage right here. So then you could also vacuum the garage. I don't see that many builders putting one of the ports in the garage itself. I think it's a nice addition that this builder thought of. Again, this builder has thought of a lot of some nice detailed touches to think long term for people down the road. They've made this property where if you would want to stay in it long term, this could become your, that forever home that you're seeking. I love the slow down stop there at the bottom where they don't just come crashing down like I've seen in some other homes. I'd say all of that natural light coming through that garage door there is definitely a nice touch. Love the garage. Nothing really more that I could say about it. Also pointing out again that whole house vac system. This is where another port is located. It will be interesting to see just how many there are as we tour this home. I was actually working a couple of weeks ago with a client that called me off of YouTube, and they're looking to move over from Texas, and their aesthetics that they're looking for is kind of completely different from what most houses that we've got going on over here in the greater Seattle area. Most of these builders are putting the either hardwood or engineered hardwood or some other product like LVP, or even some builders are, putting in laminate throughout the home. And my YouTube buyer, or this particular YouTube buyer, is looking to have, they want stone tile through the entire home. And you don't get it too often unless you find a builder that has a property set up where you could buy a pre-sale where you can pick the finishing work. And luckily we found the exact floor plan, the number of bedrooms they were looking for, the number of garage spaces that they were looking for. They were looking for a 6-car garage, and we ended up finding a builder. It was nicely located in Woodinville that we found the project earlier enough where the builder was able to give them a nice deal on putting the stone tile throughout the entire level or main floor of the property instead of engineered hardwood or something else. Now, taking a look, so again, just letting you know that is a perk if you look into pre-sales or pre-constructions, where sometimes you can find a builder that is in the process of building something where maybe you can pick your finishing work even in these higher end luxury construction homes. Of course, there are also builders out there where if you are looking for land, there's not too much out there right now in the greater Seattle area, but if you have a vacant lot that you have purchased, there are plenty of custom home builders that I even have partnered and worked with that you could that would be happy to interview to see if they're a good fit, and you're a good fit to work with each other to build you that dream home on that lot that you're looking for. So keep that in mind if that's something you're looking to do, where you have a lot, or you need I guess if you need a realtor to help you find that lot too, I'd be happy to go down that path with you to rule it out as an option if you truly want to look into buying land and having a builder build for you first prior to looking at these pre-built homes for you. But back to this video, this is such a beautiful pre-built luxury home here on the east side to take a look at. So this is a full bathroom. Of course, you've got the tile and you have the shower below. So what makes it a full bath is having the 4 components here. You have the shower, the tub combination, and of course you've got the toilet and sink. Had it had a walk-in shower but no tub, we would have technically considered this a 0.75 bathroom, just to give you an idea of what a 0.75 would be versus a full. Now, typically here in the greater Seattle area, half baths are considered. Most of the time, the half bath component would have a toilet and a sink. Oddly enough, though, one time it was either in Tacoma or Seattle, I was touring a home that was truly legally a half bath, and it had a toilet and a shower, but oddly enough there was no sink. So it was a half bath, and I guess you just wash your hands in the shower after using the restroom. So check out this bedroom back here. I love the views from here. Now, I know this is a suburban neighborhood. You've got a lot of territorial views of these trees sprinkled throughout some of the suburbs here, but the lot is built a little bit higher than the other properties. So when you walk into the backyard, you actually have some really decent privacy. There's not that many properties that are looking in on you in your backyard. So this lot does come with a little bit more privacy for this neighborhood. And speaking of this neighborhood, again, this property sits right in the heart of Newport Hills. It's one of Bellevue's more tucked away, tree-lined neighborhoods, as you could see with the surrounding trees in the community. You've got quiet streets. You've got a ton of parks in Newport Hills, including Coal Creek Natural Area just minutes away. So there's local shopping. There's a plaza with restaurants, groceries, coffee just around the corner. And you're also zoned for the top Bellevue schools. So whether you're raising kids or just want to be in a high demand area with long-term upside, Newport Hills is definitely a really nice area. On this channel, I have compared some of the other areas that my home tours are within. Let's compare Newport Hills to a few of the surrounding other areas in Bellevue. So compared to West Bellevue, when you're thinking West Bellevue, think other parts like downtown Medina, Clyde Hill. Newport Hills gives you way more house for your dollar amount. So you'll get larger lots, more privacy, and that suburban calm feel without having to pay the premium price tag. So when you're looking for something like that, for instance, in Eastside, for instance, where I've shown off a property on that channel, to get this same lot size there, you're paying over $6 million for a brand new construction home, versus right here in Newport Hills, you get something in the threes. So your money almost goes double for what you're looking for. Now, of course, those homes are larger, so it's not a direct comparison, apples to apples, but you are paying that premium price tag. For instance, just to give you an idea here, the average property currently in Newport Hills is around 1.3 mil, versus in West Bellevue neighborhoods, they often exceed over 2 million. I think another comparison to give is maybe Newport Hills and some of the Eastgate or Lake Hills areas. You know, both of these areas do have a mix of mid-century as well as newer homes, some of which are custom built. While Eastgate and Lake Hills also have a variety of home styles, Newport Hills does have that higher elevation, so it does provide some homes with partial views of the surrounding areas a little bit better than Eastgate or Lake Hills. Now I'll throw one more in here just for good measure. You know, Newport Hills versus, let's say, Somerset. I've also featured a property in Somerset before. I think it was actually one of my first luxury home tours for the channel. You know, they are similar luxury levels, but Newport Hills does have a less steep terrain, which is beneficial for wintertime. So if you think about it, Somerset is renowned for its panoramic views and higher elevation, which can mean steeper roads. Newport Hills, while still is hilly, it generally has gentler slopes, making winter navigation over here in the greater Seattle area a bit easier. Both neighborhoods offer high quality homes and access to top rated schools though, so pretty similar. If you want to check out Somerset, check out one of the home tours that I have on the channel where we toured a home in Somerset, and I'm sure I'm going to feature more on the channel that are in the Somerset community as well. Now, I want to talk a bit more about this primary bedroom here on the upper level here. Just notice how spacious this is. That is a king size bed with the staging that they've picked out here. You got plenty of rooms for the nightstands on both sides of the bed there. Also take a look at the really nice chandelier as well. You've got a lot of that natural light flowing through here. And we also took a look at just how big that walk-in closet is. Now, one of my favorite features is just this primary bathroom. As soon as I walked in on it, I instantly noticed the heated tile floor. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so warm to my feet, which I'm gonna actually just kind of show off with my hands right now. I definitely love me some heated tile floors. Now, also check out that under cabinet lighting there, under like the toe kick area. It's kind of open there from the cabinet, almost gives it like a little bit of a floating look. I really like how that design is. Also love this walk-in shower here. Nice long wide shower niche as well, and I like how they've just done the tile work on the flooring here, just showing off the heated shower floor too. You don't find that too often. A lot of the times you'll find if they put the heat around the shower, or they put it in the primary bathroom, but never in the shower, which it's really nice here. Now you've got, again, right, this is at how level that I was showing off here. You get some really nice pretty blue skies out there if you got a nice day to look out. So, and you're not really looking at your neighbors unless you're going to be, let's say, 6.5 or 7 feet tall in this shower. Another thing you'll notice in this property is you have that toilet room or water closet where the toilet is sectioned off from the rest of the property. Seeing a lot of these higher end homes include that now, or even just in general new construction, they're including those water closets. Really nice for privacy as well. You do have this nice soaker tub here as well. When you're in it, when you'd be at the level, again, you're not going to be staring into your neighbors or whatnot. It's only when you are standing up where you can really see any sort of houses around you when you're looking down from your windows there. Also, I love these, the quick pop-up, pop-down drains. That's a nice feature that they're starting to include in a lot of these new construction. I'm also seeing in a lot of remodeled homes as well. Countertop was super smooth. Again, quartz counter, and again, soft closed drawers. You'll notice that this the cabinetry has a common theme throughout the home, and there's not too many different features going on that are clashing with each other. It's pretty cohesive in this house, which is nice. I like this little vanity area where you can sit down and, you know, get ready in the morning with, again, that under cabinet lighting. And then you've got the wall sconces up there as well. One thing to note is that tile goes along the entire back wall there up to the ceiling, which I thought was also a nice touch. Again, all that natural lighting just flooding through the primary bathroom and that nice closet. Of course, we're walking by the utility room or laundry room that we took a look at. Again, quick reminder, we do have that laundry upstairs, the full-size washer and dryer combination, and we had that 2-in-1 washer dryer unit down below. So we have some flexibility in this property as people maybe try to live multi-generational, or maybe start upstairs, and if this becomes your forever home, you can go downstairs, or even at the very least, let's say you have family from out of town that are staying with you, or friends or guests, and they're staying in that guest suite down below. They could have their own laundry downstairs in the walk-in mudroom Butler's pantry area. So this is one of the guest bedrooms back here. It's staged sort of as a kid's bedroom. Again, man, I feel like we almost have Toy Story clouds or sky out right now. The sky looks unreal right now when I filmed. It was a really good day to film here. You'll notice, again, walk-in closet. And this is sort of a Jack and Jill design, but I would say it's more continental style because it's passed through from, well, I guess it would be Jack and Jill as well, because this is a media room that we're going into, but I believe it had a walk-in closet. We'll confirm when we walk in there. If it does have any sort of closet, you could technically also count that as the bedroom. But either way, we have a continental or Jack and Jill style bedroom, pass-through bathroom here, which shares the adjoining rooms. And you got back here, it's a nice full bath because you've got the, again, shower and tub combination back here. So much natural light. There's not really a dark spot throughout this house. I was touring a luxury new construction property in Bellevue. I think it was in the 5 mil range, and the bathroom, the pass-through bathroom like this, I feel like it needed one more lighting in it, maybe above the shower area, because it just felt a little bit too dark. There was no really overhead lighting. It was really, that bathroom, since there was no window in it, it was relying heavily upon the mood lighting that was coming from the mirrors, you know, those newer mirrors that have fog resistance to them, and the lighting that come from the mirrors. Yes, so here is the closet. So this room would be considered as a bedroom, but it is a nice big room that you could use as a bonus room, like a media room or a game room, or even a home theater room. Again, that lighting. So you would notice that the majority of the roof is a composition roof, but there was that one spot in the front, and I got a good peek at it when we were in the front bedroom that was staged as a gym right now. There is a little bit of a metal roof in the front for the aesthetics of the home, which I thought was a nice touch for that front slope above the, I believe that's above the entryway walking into the home from the front door. And this is super spacious and nice. I love the 2 doors here super inviting. This main or this upper level here has just a really nice layout. It doesn't feel too cramped when you're walking through the main area here. Feels nice and grand when you're looking down below here. Just, I think overall, a really nice touch. Love that chandelier there. Just like the aesthetics of this home, and I love how much light is flowing through it. I feel like a broken record talking about the lighting so much. One thing I also like to do on my channel is remind people, especially when they live out of town or just, you know, they're not from this area, where the properties that I'm touring might be located, or like where the next closest cities might be and what commute times might look like. Because if you end up not working from home, it might be rather important for you to know that information. Now, this property in Newport Hills, going to downtown Bellevue, it could be about 12 to 15 minutes if you have very light traffic. And it's going to be closer to 25 to 30 minutes during peak rush hour. Now, it could be more than that if, you know, Seattle area is rather unpredictable. So you could always have worse traffic than I'm giving you as general traffic time. So just take anything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. That being said, traveling from Bellevue to, or this part of Bellevue to downtown Seattle, you know, expect 20 to 25 minutes if everything's completely clear on a fantastic day. But we all know we live in the real world, so you're going to be expecting a more typical commute to be something that's around 45 minutes plus with heavy traffic. I've seen it go well over an hour. I like to just be a little bit more conservative when I'm telling people what they can expect for traffic times. Also, one thing I wanted to quickly point out here is this really cool back nook area below the stairs. I always joke on my channel that if you do celebrate Christmas and you have a fake Christmas tree, this is where the fake Christmas tree goes. However, that nook area, if anyone does have children, or maybe your grandchildren, anyone, that's a perfect spot, like a really cool setup for kids to have a fort, or like a really nice reading area. So Redmond, let's talk about this area. Bellevue to Redmond, you're looking at more like 20 minutes without traffic, 30 plus during rush hour. It might be important for you Microsoft folks to know that if you're looking to move over here and work at some other parts of Redmond. Now, lastly, if you want to know how long it will take you to get to the primary airport, SeaTac Airport, that's usually about 20 to 30 minutes depending on the time of day. Again, it can be more than that. So just keep, what I would suggest you do is any property you're looking to purchase, it's super important for you to take a dry run yourself to where you're going to be commuting to see if you can truly live with the commute. Because basically, when you buy the home, you're marrying that commute unless you end up switching jobs, or again, like I said, if you do work from home. This property has a fantastic home office setup, which we'll show in a bit. Another cool thing I was pointing out here is this guest suite, main level guest suite bathroom that we're in right now also comes with heated floors. So super nice there. Love how tall and grand the walk-in shower looks. This tile was super smooth. Again, it all ties together. I would think most people would think when they're taking a look at this property that there's not too many clashing design features here that are clashing with each other. Sometimes I go into properties and it seems like each room is a theme, and that's totally fine if you know, because there's plenty of people out there that they want themes in their house. But when a home builder is thinking to sell to the vast majority of people, I feel like this property gives a pretty clean slate for most pool of buyers to be interested in. And if they ever did want to detail the home down the road, they definitely could do that. Now, take a look at the windows there, going from almost the floor to the ceiling. Not quite, but I do like the design of, again, just how much natural light can flow through here. What do you think as the viewer so far of anything we've looked at so far? I'd like to know in the comments below, especially now that we're looking at this guest suite. Do you like this main level guest suite? Again, it's a really nice touch. that the builder threw in a primary living situation so the house can grow with you, or you could just have, just so much flexibility with a house like this one. Something I'm always pointing out in homes like this, custom new construction isn't just about flashy finishes. It's about how the home is built. So when a builder adds things like sound insulation, EV prep, or a second laundry zone, it shows that they're thinking long term. They're not just trying to impress you on day one. They're setting you up for a home that works 5, 10, 15 years from now. That's the kind of build quality I look for when I'm touring these homes, these new construction luxury homes with my clients. And I guess now is as good a time as any to remind you that my name is Aaron Morrow. I'm a local realtor here in the greater Seattle area. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time that you're touring one of these homes on my channel, I do tour a ton of homes around the greater Seattle area. I work with a ton of home buyers and home sellers in the greater Seattle area. I truly love to help my clients. So if you are looking to relocate, make your move over here to the greater Seattle area, or you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in the greater Seattle area, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to show you how I could make your next move over here, whether it's local or moving over here, a really smooth one. Now, one thing I am pointing out here on that brick fireplace is, again, as a reminder, the builder did have the gas turned off. I've been assured that if someone is to do an inspection, the builder would turn it back on for that home inspection to show that the gas does properly work, of course. Now, again, I'm a sucker for that under cabinet lighting. I love the lighting on those on the shelving, but let me know in the comments below what you think of the lighting. Is it too much for you? Is it just enough? I'm a fan, as you can tell. I say never too much under cabinet lighting for me, please. Again, I like that white brick on the fireplace. Really like that detail there. I think it's super smart use of the space. It's open concept, but it's actually creatively using the space where there's not just a lot of dead space, even for the open concept feel here. I mean, notice right here, you've got another one of these wine refrigerators that, you can cool all of your beverages. Love the pull-out racks on there as well. All this to say is there's just a lot of creativity to the space that is very flexible, and there's so much that you could do with it. Now, another thing that I wanted to offer, if you're looking for the builder's spec sheet, just a list of all of the features, including what the appliance brands are, what type of tile work has been done, what the sink's called. I have a full spec sheet list that I could provide to you. So if that's something that you're looking for, please click in the description. One of the links that I will provide in the description of this YouTube video is where you can go get that form for me to email to you. Love to send it to you. And of course, if you have any questions on that, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'd love to go over it with you. Again, you are met with so much windows here when you are in the dining room that, just wrapped around between the sliding glass door and the windows here. So much light just comes through this house here. I really love the covered back porch here. One thing you'll notice when I was peeking through one of the windows when we were upstairs, we'll take a look at it from this angle too. It does come with its own skylight. So you've, again, got some natural light coming in from the roof there, being able to light up right here. Notice that. So you got a really nice, it's literally a skybox. Coming down from below here. Like how the porch stretches down to over here, and they have staged here a pretty nice fire pit. I'm showing you the side of the house on this side. Notice the gate where you can walk through here, and they have a lot of the backyard already has grass, and then you've got, of course, dirt on the side there. This fence, again, notice what I was saying before, does provide a lot of privacy, and you don't really have barely any houses that are looking directly into your home, especially from two sides here, this back and that front over there. You'll notice you see the top of that one roof from the house below, but again, it's just due to the fact that your house is on a little bit higher elevation, so you get a little bit more privacy in this backyard for this house in this configuration. And now I'd like to give you a really quick market update for what's going on with this zip code, this part of Bellevue 98006. You know, we saw 57 new listings last month, which is just slightly up from this time last year. But what really stands out is that closed sales jumped by almost 43%, and homes are moving fast. Average days on market dropped just to 7 days. So if you're thinking of selling, timing is definitely working in your favor right now for this zip code. Now, on the price side, the median sales price hit $2.05 million, which is a modest increase from last year, but the average sales price actually dipped a bit, down by about 7%. So we're seeing some price sensitivity at the higher end, but strong buyer activity overall, even with what's going on with the interest rates. So inventory, it's climbing up over 64% compared to last April of last year. That means more choices for buyers, but sellers still have leverage because we're sitting at just 1.5 months of inventory. So it would be still considered a pretty good seller's market. And in short, it's still competitive. Homes are selling fast, and Bellevue remains one of the most desirable spots on the east side. So if you got questions about how this affects your next move or purchase, want to chat strategies, just reach out to me. I'd love to help you out. One thing I was just pointing out there, this is a really cool design. I'm feeling it right in here. So most of the time on these style of houses, check out the vent right there. Most of these, you'll see a bunch of like window vents to to let the property ventilate. You've seen those with the screens a lot on houses. This property has a super sleek hidden vent system that just follows the whole, pretty much the majority of the property. So it's super sleek looking, and pretty unique. I've actually not come across one of the new constructions that I've seen in the last, I'd say, well, actually ever. I've never seen this on a personal property that I've toured before. So super cool that they've included this design. Some of the other stuff that I'd mention for the exterior, it's got James Hardie siding, cedar soffits. It has landscape LED lighting, custom built-in accent holiday roof lighting on the exterior of the property. You saw, the full yard has an underground irrigation system. It also will come with that gas fire pit that we did see. And then it does have those patio heaters that you saw from above. Also, it does have a barbecue gas connection built from the house, which is super cool. Love that this house comes with a bunch of gas features. All right, let's take a look at this front room here. It is definitely staged as a home office. I would suggest ideally this is where you'd put your home office. I guess you could put it in the upstairs as well on one of maybe that bedroom that is being staged as a gym, but this just seems like the perfect home office location right here. It does count as one of the bedrooms because it does have that closet there, which we'll take a quick look at it right here. Here's the closet. Would be such a perfect home office though in the front here. Get plenty of the lighting coming through here. By the way, I don't believe we saw any cars drive by on this quiet street the whole time I was filming. This is just not a busy street whatsoever, and it just seems like a really nice neighborhood overall to live in. Love the double French doors here, looking into the home office here. What do you guys think of the home office? Would this be the perfect home office setup for you? Is there a home office on the channel that you liked even more than this one? I would love to know your thoughts below in the comments. I encourage you to go watch my other videos, my other home walkthroughs, so you can get a feel for what these newer construction luxury homes are looking like all across the Eastside and greater Seattle area. Love the front here too. Love how big these 8-foot tall doors are. Like the black on the white there, the accent. And love the wood, of course. Smells good too. Again, I think this has a lot of good curb appeal, this property. Again, those Toy Story clouds were unreal. Taking one last look at the neighborhood here so you could get a good idea of what this home and neighborhood looks like. And there you have it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this beautiful home tour right here in Bellevue, Washington. Again, my name's Aaron Morrow. I'm a local realtor here in the greater Seattle area. I've been working with buyers, sellers, and investors in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties for over a decade now. If you are looking to make your move over here to the greater Seattle area in the next 9 days or 9 months, or you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, please feel free to reach out to me. All my contact info can be found below in the description. If you're looking for more property tours or you'd like to hear about what others have said about working with me, look somewhere on the screen right here. And of course, until next time, I hope to be showing you some more property tours, and please subscribe to me for more real estate shenanigans. Have a great day.